Hey guys, so today's tutorial is just a broken doll. You can just follow the beginning steps and have just a regular doll-eyed look, but I did want it to be a little more creepy. So first thing I do is go in with a light foundation. This is just white because I am fair naturally. And I'm lightening the center of my face just to make myself look a little more like a porcelain doll would. And I already have foundation on underneath this, just whatever happens to match me. Then I just set everything like I normally would. I'm not doing anything different so far. I just want to make sure this stays all day and that everything I put on top blends a lot easier. So now I'm going in with my NYX Jumbo pencil, and this is the shade Milk. You could pretty much use any cream white, but I like this one just because it's gigantic and I feel like it gets the job done a lot faster. So I'm pretty much covering my entire lower lash line as well as my lashes and going underneath them just to make my eyes look a little bit bigger and a little rounder. So I'll be creating a new under eye after this. Now I'm going in with the shade Dusty Rose. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. You can pretty much use any shade. I wanted to do something a little more cool toned but still rosy just because I feel like that's very doll-like. And I'm just creating new eye bags and also making my brow bone a little softer by blending that up through the crease and on the outer corner. So now I'm going in with a deeper shade. This is just a deeper neutral brown and a pencil brush just so I can be a little more precise with my placement. And this is to look more like a natural lash line. So yeah, I'm just buffing that in right up against the white, and I'm also going to create a little bit of a winged out shadow on my upper lid. So now I'm going in with blush. This is Spellbound from Makeup Geek, and I'm only putting this on the very apples of my cheeks and like a little bit further in, something I typically avoid when I do makeup on the day-to-day, but this will help give the illusion of a rounder face. And I'm also doing some on my nose because that's quite common in a porcelain doll. Now I'm going in with a black just to tighten that lash line a little bit more, make it a little crisper against that white pencil. Okay, so now it's time to highlight, and I'm only going in on the centers of my cheek. I'm not going to the cheekbone part. Really just the centers, again, to make them look more plump and my face to look a little more rounded. I do put some on the inner corner of my eye, and while I'm at it, put a little bit on my lid. This isn't totally necessary, but it can, in pictures, make the eyes look a little rounder. Then I'm just putting the mascara on. The one thing I didn't have for this look was lashes, and they make a giant difference if you get those separated lashes that are very doll-like. I do have them now, but I didn't at the time of this tutorial, so I definitely feel like it's lacking a little bit, but that's something you should definitely add if you can. Now I'm just wetting out my lips because I'm going to make them a little more narrow, and I'm just going in with a berry shade. You can pretty much do any lip color you want. I have the idea in mind to make them darker in the center. So pretty much I'm cutting my lip off. I want my lips to look as wide as my nose, basically. That's like what I'm going for. So a lot of my lips on the side is not going to be covered in any lip color. So as you can see, that makes a giant difference for the doll look. I am going in on the very inside to the corners just because it defines the lips a little bit more. So now I'm going in with a deeper shadow, and I'm just going to darken the inner part of my lip just to create some shadow. And I chose a more brown shade because I wanted it to look a little more creepy, a little dark. And then I just put a clear gloss on top. Again, that's something that a lot of dolls will have, a little extra shine on their lips. I went in with my NYX liquid liner just to paint some lower lashes because, again, I was lacking the lashes, and I feel like this made a big difference. But if you can and you have access to them, I would definitely use fake lashes because those make a world of difference, top and bottom. I'm just going in with a little bit more blush now, just on the high points of my face, the like point of my chin, a little more on my nose, and then on the temples. So now is when I start painting in the cracks, and I'm using just a black shadow. A lot of this got cut out and I'm really bummed about it, but it's pretty simple because I didn't use any paint. If you wanted to use like a liquid liner or a gel liner and then set it with powder, that would be a little more strong, but I didn't want it to be crazy. I like the softer look that eyeshadow does. And again, this part got cut out, but I basically took that black shadow and just very lazily dragged it down my face to make it look like the doll was crying and, you know, her paint ran because they don't wear mascara. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing Halloween.